Boy howdy does the internet love stereotypes, and one could argue that the simp has become one of the biggest mainstream stereotype memes after the doomer and boomer. The word simp has slowly penetrated all aspects of social media, and as such has become a part of the internet's lexicon. As such, I need to talk about how everyone ever is actually a bit of a simp. It is likely simp is actually short for simpleton, which is defined as a silly or gullible person. It has also been portrayed as an acronym for sucker idolizing mediocre pussy. The word simp has been popular online for over a decade, but has exploded into mainstream meme culture since October 2019. A simp is the new name for a nice guy stereotype. You know, the kind of person who expects sex from someone else just because they are super nice to them, but in doing so is not actually a nice person at all. Usually a simp refers to a dude who spends a lot of money donating to an internet personality, such as an e-girl, in the hopes of it leading to romance or sexual favors, even though the chance of this happening is incredibly low. Although simp can be pretty much applied to any person, given that most people exhibit this sort of behavior at some point in their lifetime. This is why it could be argued that the reason the simp meme is so popular is because everyone sees a bit of the simp stereotype within themselves. Who doesn't have awkward memories of crushing on or thirsting after someone even if you know they don't like you or aren't good for you? Learning how to deal with those emotions is a part of maturing as a human being, which is why it's okay if you feel a bit like a simp sometimes. Just try processing those feelings and discover what makes you ashamed of them. A simp is someone who mindlessly pursues someone for sexual or romantic gratification, even if it means throwing their friends or personal well-being to the wayside. If you feel like you've done this, perhaps it's time to take a step back and figure out why you might be feeling unhappy. This is why Mordecai from the regular show is regularly described as a textbook simp. He has, on occasion, kicked his friend Rigby to the curb in order to hang out with a girl he likes. However, throughout the duration of the show, Mordecai matures and realizes that he needs to treat himself and the women he likes differently in order to grow, this flaw in his personality making him a more relatable character. As a result, it could be speculated that he practiced forming relationships and learned how to look after himself through the mistakes he made, and formed healthier relationships with girls as a result, ultimately becoming less of a simp through self-respect. This is why everyone has a little bit of simp in them, and why the meme is so relatable for so many people. To be human means to learn through making mistakes, and as long as you don't let repeating mistakes become your lifestyle, being a little bit of a simp may just be a normal obstacle on the road to a healthy maturity. It's like that part in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World when Scott realizes he is no better at relationships than the villain, Gideon, and thus gains the power of self-respect when he seeks to change this. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.